All right, also in the news, this Sunday night, an Oprah exclusive, Whitney Houston's family, including 9-year-old daughter Bobbi Kristina, they are breaking their silence for the first time since the pop icon's deaths. Now, Cheryl, many people say it is too soon for Bobbi Kristina to be speaking publicly about this. Do you think so?
You know, for us, it would probably be too soon. I know if it were me, it would be too soon. But then again, it was Oprah who did come calling. And maybe it was a wonderful opportunity to finally just get it all out with Oprah. But still, I can only imagine how raw Bobbi Kristina must still feel.
Do you think Oprah's pushing it I mean, who could say no to Oprah is what I'm saying. Is Oprah maybe out of line a little bit by calling it out this soon? Dylan?
Well, I don't know. Inevitably, when I see something like this in a network ponying up, I believe that there is financial inducement here for her to talk. I'm in the industry. I know people don't necessarily do things without getting paid, especially of a story of this landmark. And let's face it, Bobbi Kristina probably needs the money. But at the same time, we saw Dionne Warwick speak to ABC News this week. So clearly, I think behind the scenes, there has been some form of decision made where it's time to address the questions from the public.
Now, Dylan, go ahead.
You know, I'm sorry, but we all... When you say to me that she probably needs the money, we all hear that she's going to inherit millions and millions of dollars.
Well, that's what I want to get into. Yeah, is that you know, Nancy Grace last night dedicated her entire show to talking about this will that Bobbi Kristina was going to inherit all this, and you're saying what she's inheriting is bupkis.
Well, an income and expense declaration that was filed with the court in 2007 and only became public today reveals some startling details, and I want to quote from that Whitney Houston had a life insurance policy worth only $300,000 in 2007. More concerning, though, she had $29,000 in her checking account. That's all. $29,000, but more alarmingly, debts in excess of $4 million. She had assets, but she still had to pay on those assets, and a huge debt, and that means that Bobbi Kristina is almost certainly going to inherit that legacy.
Which is debt. She's going to get only debt. Mark, I'm going to go to you. Does this make sense to you? I actually saw some legal documents that were made public at the end of Bobby Brown's and Whitney Houston's marriage, at the divorce, where the same thing was there. She had a house. It was sort of upside down. She had a bunch of debt in the house. She had $100,000 in cars and a $300,000 life insurance policy, and that was it. And it seems like her situation has not improved. What's going to happen to her daughter?
Well, they say that stars are often worth more when they pass. In this case, her sales are hot right now, and so I expect that her daughter will be able to generate some funds from her continued album sales and tribute movies and things that they're going to be doing.
But Cheryl, is it possible that whatever, and Dylan, I'll ask you the same question, is it possible that whatever had funds not heading Whitney's way are going to continue to move away from her estate, and maybe Bobbi Kristina will see none of this?
You know, when I look at it, the whole thing is frightening to me, because we were talking some time ago about who did not have her back.
Whitney's.
Who did not have Whitney's back for real? Because when we look at this and we start talking about the millions that are absolutely gone, I don't think she did those millions in drugs and alcohol.
No way.
Something else. This is awful. And she didn't write songs. So it's not like Michael Jackson. The songs that she wrote are going to make more money for her children. She sang other people. Exactly. That's
Dylan,
a whole other thing.
I am gobsmacked.
I am gobsmacked too, Dr. Drew. And for those that watch the show regularly know that gobsmacked is the word that I like to use. But to give you an idea, she will inherit the royalties. She will inherit a royalty, but the money goes to the publisher, and that is the music publisher who will inherit the money as a result of these sales. To think that Whitney Houston sold over 170 million records and had this amount of debt in her name, and to give you an idea, that house that Bobbi Kristina is now living in Atlanta, $1.24 million it's worth. In 2007, Whitney owed $1.46 million on it.
It's upside down.
Wow, because it was worth a whole lot more to begin with.
The New Jersey house was worth a lot more, but she also had debt on that. $6.5 million that was worth, and she owed over $3.2 million.
Guys, I got to take a break. This is ending up being a very